I look at someone like you, and I can't imagine anybody disliking you.
Oh, please. Do you want to know, ironically, who dislikes me the most sometimes?
Who?
Myself.
Oh, me too. Oh.
Listen, I want feminism to die as much as the next conservative. I think it's a rotten ideology. I think it's a false anthropology. And I think its premises have done incredible damage to the culture of death that we find ourselves in now. But I never thought I'd see the feminists bowing the knee so quickly to delusional, autogenophilic men who get off on seeing themselves as women and embrace the public mockery of their own sex. But where are the feminists, by the way, who said that women are strong, that women should be elevated and praised for their unique contributions? Well, they're silent. Perhaps transgenderism was actually the conclusion of the premises of feminism. Now, you can't expect woke humanist feminists who believe that abortion is healthcare and genital mutilation is a blessing of liberty to think this deeply. But that's actually one of the reasons we're in this crazy predicament, is that people don't think deeply anymore about ideas. Most people have assumed certain premises that they've never thought through. And they've assumed ideas that they couldn't articulate. However, those assumed ideas are driving their moral choices. It's informing the lens through which they see the world. So most people who are willingly abandoning anything that resembled feminism, which again, I don't even like, are not fully aware of the fact that ideology is taking them further than they wanted to go and making them pay more than they wanted to pay. They may not like how transgenderism makes them feel because it's an obliteration of femininity, and yet they're going there anyways. Why is Drew Barrymore bowing before the public mockery of her own sex? Well, what did feminism say? Men and women are basically the same. Don't you know, gender is just a social construct. And while we look physically different, the metaphysical nature, the soul, it's basically the same. That was the argument of the feminists. So naturally, the conclusion of that ideology has to be men can become women. And women can become men, because there's nothing truly unique or significant about a man or a woman. We're basically just synonymous. Ideology, man, hell of a drug. Makes you pay more than you wanted to pay. So now the feminists are embracing the murder of their own movement. They may not be aware that they're simply following the internal consistency of the ideas that they adopted. This is why we say ideas have consequences and bad ideas have victims. Dylan Mulvaney, or whatever the heck his name is wearing woman face, publicly mocking what it means to be a woman because he gets off sexually on viewing himself as a woman and having woman parts. And is now being literally embraced and bowed down to by the feminists. Welcome to the hilarious nature of the culture wars, which is that reality always reasserts itself in the end. And when it does, it will slap you in the face. And when you feel the sting of that slap, don't blame your political opponents. Blame your own ideology for taking you to such a strange, kooky, and dangerous conclusion.